Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Man United agenda. Guys, tonight this afternoon should have been talking about Man United spanking Liverpool 3-1, as I predicted. But unfortunately, the game has been abandoned. I've been joined tonight with myself and Mr. B. Hello, Mr. B. How you doing? You all right?
Evening, early afternoon, early evening. I'm good. I'm
Exactly.
good.
And you were very confident yesterday as well, weren't you, about this annihilating Liverpool? No matter what happened, we just wanted the 3 points.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like we're going to be getting. I mean, look, who knows what's going to happen now? But we might not be getting any points. I don't know. Is this unprecedented in Premiership history? What are the rules? What can they do? What can they do to sanction the club? Can they take points off? Will they
Yeah.
fine us? There's so much questions that need to be answered. But if you have so much people in one place, there's always going to be an element that have gone there to be destructive. Maybe that's
Yeah.
the word.
But at the same time, talking about it, so for those of you guys who are watching out there, Man United planned um, this whole sort of thing a couple of weeks ago now, and they knew about it. The police knew about it. The club knew what was going to happen. But for me, they were talking about today stewards, like bringing more stewards in, but that's putting people's life at risk, really, isn't it? Plus, there's a COVID pandemic going on at the moment. Fans going out there protesting, but the protest wasn't a violent protest. It was a very calm protest. All it was, they stormed through the gates and went onto the pitch, and obviously left a bit of litter on the pitch. Took up a couple of corner flags. You saw a guy doing got football doing overhead kick and stuff like that, bicycle kick, should I say, as well. Make the fame. Little kids running around. I know you're saying about obviously what the club might do and sanctions and things like that, but you can't really and truly do anything to the club, really, can you?
They can do what they want. They've had a game. They've had their biggest game of the season postponed. They can do what they want. There has to be some. There has to be something that's written to say that they're going to do us, because there's no way the fans can do what they did today, wrongly or rightly, and we get away scot free. The season was already cut short. We've got, how much weeks have we got left till the end of the season? 3, 4 games till the end of the season.
Well, yeah,
We've
5 games, five, about 4.5 weeks we've got left.
we've got we've got a Euro semi-final to come. We've got a final, hopefully. So where are they? Where's this game? Where's this game going to get fitted in?
Yeah,
All right, Liverpool don't have anything else to play for. Fine, they can slot their game in anyway. But we've got a final and a semi-final to play. So I understand it's not Liverpool's fault. But when are they going to reschedule the game for? I was thinking, oh, maybe they'll do it for tomorrow. But
yeah,
they've already got the game. So unless they do a 6 o'clock kickoff, which isn't going to get them their viewing figures, because that's what it's good. That's what it's all about,
yeah,
really. Then where did they move the game to? They can't do it on Tuesday. That's 2 days before our European game. We'll
yeah.
probably be flying out on Wednesday. So
The preparation as well, though, for it, you got to think of all these players. And I was listening to Roy Keane earlier, and he was saying, as a player, he would want to go out and still play. Even if it's go 8, 9 o'clock at night, he wants to play the game. But obviously, football has evolved now and it's changed completely. Where these players now are very soft compared to the modern day footballers. Like back in the days, these guys will go out and they're like Trojan. They don't really care. They will play games. But at the same time, a lot of these players now are basically, it's a constant hug, isn't it? A cuddle and putting your arms around them. So they're not going to go out there. They're off their match. That's it now. They don't really want to do anything. Oh, let's go home now.
I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. But sometimes, I just think it's a mess. I just think it's turned into an absolute bloody mess, to be honest. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. And again, we're just sitting out there. We're in the lap of the gods again. This could be the league have got so much opportunities to slap Man United's ass. You know what I mean? One with the big 6 thing, and now with this as well. I don't know. I just don't know
But
where it's gonna.
I know what you're saying, but I honestly cannot see how they could punish the club itself when it was the fans. They can't do that. They're physically. I don't think they can do that because our protest. It's not their fault. Where was the police presence? There weren't no police presence. The police didn't turn up until about nearly an hour after, whilst the protest is
Mm.
going. When they turned
Oh
up,
yeah,
they didn't even turn up for a lot of people. So I can't see how they're going to sit there and hit Man United with a big fine. I can't. I don't see how. I can see what
so
they're doing with the.
who else are they gonna find?
Well, the only way of doing what they're meant to do is go find these people, these idiots who got on the pitch. That's all I would say. Go find these idiots who got on the pitch, run on the pitch, and find them.
What find them? Find
Find
them
them.
to
Find
do.
them. Find them a couple of hundred.
You think they're gonna bother looking? They're gonna look for a couple, but they're not gonna. Do you see how much people was on it? It wasn't. It wasn't like.
It's a couple of hundred.
Yeah, I actually think it was more than a couple of hundred. You know, it's like they opened the dance door and they let everybody leave to go home. You know what I mean? There was a lot of people there. You know, I said maybe they didn't go there with that in mind.
Yeah.
Opportunities happen, but for me, somebody. I'm not saying somebody had to have let them in, but you can't just. I know you can break into a building. I understand you can break into a building, but to me, if you know you've got, I mean, there must have been. I don't know what the figures were, as in protesters wise, but it was more than a good 3 or 4,000 people there. Some of the shots that you look at, the overhead shots,
Yeah.
you can. You know, so for them to have one, no police, it didn't look like there was much police. If they had stewards, it would have only been, you know, minimal stewards because that's what Man United do. Don't want to spend any money, so they probably
Yeah.
had a couple of, you know, whatever they had in there. They're not security people, as you said. I'm not holding a man telling him that he can't come with for him to come and bust my head. You know what? I'm looking out the way. It's not worth it. Them man, they're on minimum wage. What are they doing? And
Yeah.
even if they're on money, you can't take your money to your grave. So you just let them walk past you, innit? You're not going to
Yeah.
hold them, stop them to tell them anything. So you can't blame the stewards. You
Yeah.
blame I blame the club for not having a police presence. I blame the police. This has been organized for 2 weeks. They've been
Yes.
pushing it hard on the YouTube channels, various YouTube channels. Obviously not our one because we're not into that. But it's being pushed, you know.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it was obvious that there was going to be more than that at the Tottenham with the hippie band and their 400 people there. You know what I mean? This was more like the Arsenal one where you had man coming out there vexed. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? This has been how much years of silence have they had to endure? Probably this is their one chance where they're able to go out there and voice their. Don't get me wrong, I'm not condoning what they did because I know when you look at a couple of the Sky pictures, a couple of men have got cuts on their face, so you know that they've taken some licks from somebody. They didn't come to work looking like that, so that I don't agree with. But how else are they going to the Glazers? Forget about Sky, forget about the game. How else are the Glazers going to know that the fan base is pissed off?
Yeah. And again, that's what it leads back to, isn't it? The Glazer, the greed of the Glazers. We all got to remember there's still a nearly 400 and something million debt on Man United. Gary Neville alluded today as well on the training facilities, the ground, there's leaks, there's maintenance need doing. These guys are taking out of the club every single year up to 200 to 300 million a season from here. And yet there's no sort of progression. Now, we're discussing off air before we went streaming, we're talking about facilities, like training facilities. I don't even think we're discussing about in the world where our facilities are in the world when it comes to training facilities. And we're discussing, I don't even think in the Premier League alone, we're even in like the top 10 in the Premier League when it comes to the best facilities. Because we've got Man City, who's got a phenomenal new facility. Tottenham Hotspurs has got one. Arsenal has got one. Leicester has got
Liverpool,
one as well. If I'm right to say, Villa have just done something to their ground as well.
Liverpool.
So, as
So we're seventh. We're looking
so
at
we
that.
could
We're
be
probably
seventh or eighth in the within what we're looking at the moment because the owners do not care. They're businessmen. They don't care about Manchester United. They're just worrying about profits. and how much money they're going to fill their back pocket with. Don't get me wrong, there's going to be rival fans out there saying, but they spent money. Yes, they spent money, but when we spent money, we almost spent money on the second rating players. So it's like if Ole wanted, what is it? Prawn cocktail. They brought him back like spam and you know what I mean? They brought him back spam and so it's the all to do with the caviar, isn't it? It's like you go out there and you're not getting what you're looking for. You want the best of the best because you're Manchester United, and these guys are bringing you back. You know, let's go get. Let's think now. Who can we go centre back and go get thinking from Napoli. Yeah, and then they'll go out there and they'll get you probably someone like Ben Davis from, well, Liverpool just signed him for like 2 million. So this is where the fans now are getting upset. All the fan base is getting annoyed and upset. I'm getting upset and annoyed. But don't quote me and don't get this wrong. I do not condemn the guys getting on the pitch today. I don't condemn them also going to the hotel and holding up the bus as well. This game should have gone ahead today. It should have gone ahead and let the protest be outside the football ground. We could be talking about beating Liverpool right now.
Yeah, I know.
We'll
save it for another. We'll save that for another.
We'll save it for another thing. Can we just go through some of these comments and then we'll just go on to the next thing, please?
This is from Breezy Gunner page.
Yes, Breezy. Evelyn Breezy.
Linville.
Hello.
Evening, Linville. Breezy feels we should be fined and deducted points. I said,
Arsenal
I just
fan, innit? We're not going to finish with Arsenal finish.
Just seen the video of them breaking into the stadium. Oh, look, Tracy. Surprise, surprise. When the shit hits the fan, Tracy's up there.
Tracy's always there, yeah.
Tracy, Evening, Tracy. Hoping they don't deduct points. So do I, but what are they going to do? They've lost a whole load of money. What's next for United hooligans? Storming the US Capitol building. You really think it was a bunch of hooligans?
No,
it's been done differently. I mean, we were saying this, Linville, in all fairness, that no matter how peaceful you think or you hope it would be, there's always going to be an element that are just going to go there to cause trouble.
Yes.
You know, I don't think it was organized to go and mash up the front of the windows or whatever they did, however they did to break in. But I think it was more opportunity. You know, you've got one man egging on some. Don't get me wrong. I might be completely wrong, but I would like to think that they didn't go there. You're mashing up your own house.
Your own ground, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And
the thing as well, looking at the videos, which I did not agree with as well, is idiots throwing flares into the stand. Absolutely idiots, because again, that's fire, isn't it? It could create a fire, and then fire brigade get called out for what? Because of an idiot out there throwing flares out. It baffles me, like how grown men can do this. But you know what was funny? I was watching one of the video clip, and a guy went to step down. So when you're at Old Trafford, it's almost like you step down to go to the seat, and he literally went too far down, and he literally just went bang and just almost fell. I was cracking up because serve them right. If you go and bash his head up, I'm not going to feel sorry for you, because at the end of the day, what you're doing is incorrect. It's not right. You don't do that. You don't go and storm the greatest ground in world football, the Theatre of Dreams. You don't do that. Even if it's a protest, keep the protest outside.
You see, some of them, man, I just look at the mentality like they've never built on the grass at Old Trafford. This is the one opportunity to with the overhead. I'm just saying, the guy with the overhead kick, he's gonna get in big trouble. Yeah. But he can go to his brain for 2 weeks. He is going to be living large. I scored a goal at Old Trafford game. But when they go around his up and grip him, it might be a different thing. But then what is he going to get done with trespass?
Yeah.
He's not going to jail for trespass.
Yeah.
You understand? He's going to get a fine. Them man, they are broke up there anyway. So guess what? Don't make no difference. It probably take him 20 years to pay the fine anyway. You know what I mean? £1.50 a week or whatever he's going to have to pay it off, you know? So it's just people's mentalities, man. And I just think, all jokes aside, this is another load of shit that United are going to have to deal with. And I just
Yeah,
think that whatever sanctions they want to hit them with, I'm thinking, all right, if it was a lower level club like a Luton, Sheffield United or Wigan, Sheffield Wednesday, didn't they start the season with a point deduction? I
yeah,
don't
did,
know
yeah,
what
did, they did.
I don't know what their point deduction was for,
Yeah,
but these are the things that we could be looking at next season. You know what I mean? Can they imply? Can they do these kind of things? You know what I mean?
but I know you keep saying, and I know people are going to keep going back, but I'm going to defend it, and I'm going to sit there and I'm going to honestly say I cannot see how the government body will fine Manchester United as a football club rather than going out there and finding the culprits that was, the cause of it. Don't get me wrong, like you said, there's far too many, and the prison cells aren't big enough for all of these culprits. But at the same time, we can't just sit there and rest on our laurels and think they're going to find Manchester United. That's the way. But sorry, should we go through some more of these because we can get some?
Yeah.
Um, hey,
Ian
Ian.
Shaw, welcome Ian. The
Ian,
club knew
welcome.
what would happen. Someone at the club let them in, not the police. I said, and this is the same thing we were saying. Do you think they let them in or they forced their way in?
You got to remember the barriers at football clubs, they're not very high, are they? You can literally almost jump over these
You talk
barriers.
about the turnstiles, the ones where you
Yeah.
tap it.
Turnstile. You just go through them. You jump them.
Yeah, you can get. I
You
understand
just
that,
jump
but
through them. You got to
for
think
for
as well. There was a football game is on today, so you got to remember as well for health and safety reason, the ground has to technically be open anyway, doesn't it? The ground has
yeah,
to
I
be
feel
open
like,
for health and safety in
okay.
case there's a
Yeah,
fire
but
or anything
surely,
like that.
surely, if you know there's no fans coming in, are you going to open your stands? Are you
No,
going to
but you
open
still
the?
have to. You still have to for health and safety reason.
Okay,
You still
fair
have to
enough,
open it, so the fan's going to get through no matter what.
fair enough. Sorry, this is from Dynamic Productions. Everybody keeps saying that it wouldn't have got the same level of attention. Yeah, I think he's talking about the fact that it was a high level Premiership game.
Yeah,
Ian, yeah, that was the argument the Trump supporters used. Attention in the wrong place, in my opinion.
yeah, it's true.
Agreed. Kurt, Manchester United fan,
Hello, Kurt.
Australia Glazers out. Welcome, welcome,
Welcome,
welcome.
welcome.
Do you think Manchester United fans? What was that? Sorry. Do you think Manchester United fans protest more, bro? More than what they should protest. Are you asking whether they should protest more?
I
Because
I think we protest, and for me, I'm all with the protests, providing it is done in a correct way. I'm all about the protest because I do not want the Glazers at the club anymore. I just don't want them there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we're going to get this new ownership coming in and they're going to be fantastic, but at least have an owner that turns up at your ground now and again. See their
yeah, but even
faces. You
he
don't
could
see
have
these guys.
he could have turned up, but what's he gonna get when he turns up? He's gonna
No, but
get
I'm
a
saying
mouth.
throughout, they've been in charge now. Joe Glazer has been there for how long? You never see him at Old Trafford. He's never been there.
He doesn't need to go. He doesn't need to go because he can still draw his money from wherever he is. Why is he going to go to Old Trafford to have 70,000 man saying Glazer is a wanker? Do
It's
that.
true.
You know what I mean? The more they call him, the more he's sitting out there thinking, "Cool, man. I'll take my 25 million pound a year dividend. My
Yeah,
brother can take his dividends. My brother's brother, his wife, his cousin, and his granny until they take out the money that they want every year."
yeah.
I said, right now it's a cash cow. They're not getting rid. They are not leaving. What other job can you get where you don't do nothing? What do they do? Nothing. And they're taking out money with dividends every year. They're getting
Yeah,
paid to do nothing. They're not going
yeah.
nowhere. You know, what's our club valued at?
At the
2 billion?
moment,
Two
they
and a
were
half billion?
saying
3 billion?
it was 400. It was like 4 billion. They were saying to sell the
There you
club,
go.
4 billion.
Who's got the money
But
to
the
buy
only
that?
way I look at it is if we could do for me, and I'm looking at the ownership part of Manchester United and probably more English club, and it's the way that Borussia Dortmund, how the fans own part of them as well. And I think that's the step forward that we need to go in the Premier League to keep the Premier League safe from these
Okay,
owners.
you say that. How much of them fans have got the money that these millionaires have?
No, not a
So
lot.
you
No.
in a company, you put your money in, and you've got some idiot broke people telling you that you can do this and you can do that. What are you going to tell them to do? Fuck off out my business, innit? You're putting your money in, they're putting no money in, but they're supposed to have an opinion.
Yeah.
That's valid. No way, that's not going to work. You're not making a man walk into your house and tell you what to do. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's good.
You know?
True point. True point. But yeah, for me, yeah. So with that, Kirk, I honestly believe in the protest, and I think we should do the protest, but we should do it in a correct manner, not the manner that it happened today, where the game was called off. Because I was actually quite excited about this game, and I was confident as well in winning this game. Sorry, next one.
Dynamic Productions. Rival fans will demand United adopt points and punish just because it's us.
Yes, true.
It is, but then can you blame them? Can you blame them? We mash up everybody's Sunday. We just mash up everybody's Sunday.
But again, there was an incident that happened in Champions League about two weeks ago. I'm not going to call the team name out, but I'm just going to say their fans threw bricks at the bus, broke the windows and everything. But some of their fans are on social media today saying how Man United should be fined. So if Man United should be fined for that, should their club get banned from Europe? Because that's worse than that's worse than the protests there, because you put people's life in danger as the bus was driving with lives on the bus.
Okay, I'm going to be really, really cynical. If a man gets licking his head with a brick, it don't cost Sky no money. This has cost Sky a whole heap of money. You understand? The guy with his head getting bust, what's that? A one-day newsreel? Nobody don't get paid for that. Nobody don't lose no money for that. Tragically, the man's either lost his life or whatever. But the cold light of it is it's money. It's money.
Yeah, it's all money. It's money and greed. Money and greed. So what's Ian saying?
Solo. Sorry, clubs can't be held accountable for what happens outside the ground, but this was inside. Failure control fans will be the offence. Minimum. That will be the minimum offence. I don't know if they would word that differently so that they can get a bigger fine or a bigger point reduction, maybe. But yeah, that sounds about right. Dynamic Productions. We should keep our anger directed at the Glazer owners. They're the reason that this has been allowed to happen. They're too greedy. So they're in there to make money, and they're making money out of us being a cash cow. Breezy Gunner Page. All these owners are money grabbing dicks. It's business. It's business. Linville, I'll call their name. LFC with it.
With it, again, guys, if you're watching, liking the contents, please share, please subscribe. This is a Man United agenda. Solo United, and you've got Mr. B with us today, and we're discussing the fan protest at Old Trafford today. Whether or not Manchester United should get punished, or should it just be brushed under the carpet? What's your opinion, guys? Drop your comments down and we'll read them out, try to answer them as best as we can. So the Liverpool guys are coming in the building now. The Liverpool thing. Yes, Mohammed.
When Man United were winning titles, I didn't hear Glazers out. That's because you weren't listening. No, that's because you weren't listening. From the day that they joined and you worked out what they were taking out and what they put us in debt, we were Glazers out.
Again,
right here, Mohammed, sorry, that you're not a Manchester United supporter. So
he's a Liverpool fan.
No, there you go. I understand the banter, but let's just get it straight. Yeah, we didn't want them in from the beginning. So
yeah,
that's an answer to your question.
But also going back to what Mohammed's saying, if Mohammed remember rightly, when the Glazer took out, there was a group that was formed called FC Manchester. Yeah. And that was a breakaway football club. So it proved the fans never agreed with the Glazers. They never agreed with it. Couple more comments coming in. Carl again.
Kurt Manchester. Thank you. I did subscribe last week, bro. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Carl. Really appreciate it. Appreciate it. The love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mohammed Jamak. I know where the anger is coming from looking at the club since Fergie left. It's not just since Fergie left. It's just anyway. Breezy got the page. Smash the subscribe button and the like button. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Breezy. Oops.
Linville, we've been saying Glazers out for a long time. Mo talking shit. The little empire left behind by Fergie is falling apart. Actually, it was quite a big empire.
I'm
But
leaving this one up here. I'll leave that up there.
everybody's entitled to their opinions. And I said, you know, Gunner Page is always promoting and bigging us up. Guna. But
yeah,
for the FTV family, respect for that still. Dynamic Productions. Muhammad listens to Sunis and takes it as gospel. Little sheep.
So yeah, guys, thank you very much for the comment. Drop your comments down. Anything you would like us to answer, please drop it down, and then we'll got another few minutes. We're going to wrap it up, but hit those likes, hit the comments, guys, and we are Man United Agenda. You got myself and Mr. B in the building tonight. So Football United TV, welcome.
Little message. Big up everyone. What a great day for the fans of our wonderful club. Yep. I said it's good to feel that we've been heard.
Yes.
I don't like the way we've been heard, but maybe this was the only way that we could be. If you see what I'm saying. I don't like it. I don't like what's happened. Am I not liking it more because we didn't play Liverpool? Am I not liking it because it feels like we've been embarrassed? You know, I just think there's so much things going on. Look, I live in London, so you know, if I could have been there, the chances are I wouldn't have been.
I would be there. I probably would be if I could.
I wouldn't be there. I'm not, what am I going out there to do? Stand up for them people to be coughing in my face, making me sick. I would have stayed at home. So the fact that I'm here, down here, and I'm just watching it on TV, you know, I feel proud to a certain extent, but there's still a little bit of disappointment at how everything.
It's behavior. The behavior.
Yeah. I said you can't control other people's behavior, and I'm sure there was a few ket pills dropped and some cocaine and heroin taken and a lot of drinks. You know what I mean? But then you've got these normal people who ain't under no influence, and they've still gone on the pitch and done what they've done. So, you know.
Yeah. And then Kirk again.
I hope Manchester United kick Glazers out now, bro. Not too soon.
Thank you. That's what we're all about.
I don't think they're going anywhere. Football United, I think it helps as it puts pressure on everyone in charge. One protest isn't enough. We must continue to have our voices heard.
Yes, and that's it exactly.
In a different way, yeah. In a different way. I heard
Football United. 100%.
I heard Adidas weren't too happy with the fact that they weren't told about, you know, the breakaway. So maybe there's gonna be. I said if it hits them in their pockets, that's the only way it's really gonna.
Imagine as well now, obviously Adidas didn't hear about it. Imagine Adidas then say we're going to take away the money, the sponsorship and everything like that from them. Now, Man United globally is a big club, but no one's going to really and truly want to do a kit sponsor with us when you got people behind the scene are creeping around and being snakes and not coming forward and be honest with the fans and everyone else.
I hear that.
Linval? Who's doing
the subtitles? I have no idea. I think it's solo. Super League proposal was a blessing for United fans who will use it to chase away the Glazers.
100%. I think they will. I think they will. I think they will.
I would love it to be, but I just don't see them giving up all of that money. They don't need to. They don't need to see the fans to get their money. They can stay at home, Tampa Buccaneers, and when the end of the year comes, boom, they get that big slappage in their bank account. So I don't think.
But so we obviously, guys, smash a like, smash a subscription, give us some support, guys. Now going on, let's before we wrap up now. What do you think the Glazer from this protest now will do? Do you think the Glazers now will listen to the fans? Do you reckon they will sit there and this season give money into? But no. Like again, we need about 3 players before we can even challenge for the Premier League. And that's the honest truth. We need at least 3. Yeah. Do you reckon this season of all season to almost try and get the fans? Because you know what us fans are like already. We are naive.
Fickle. Yeah.
We're
Yeah, they
naive.
got to spend 150
They go
million
spend.
pounds.
They go like, all right. Then I'm not saying. I'm calling names out now. We go spend our money on Jordan Sancho. We go spend money on Harry Kane if Harry Kane was available. We then go on to buy a centre back, and then all of a sudden, from buying all those players, we're challenging again in the league. All is forgiven.
Agreed.
No, it's not though, because I still hold that grudge. We've won titles after titles, and I still hold that grudge.
You will do, but there's a lot of fans who won't hold that grudge.
Yeah.
Ian Shaw, who apart from a big corporate could buy the club? Look how Barcelona's finances are in tatters if the fans own it. Thank you. Faceless money will be the only alternative. Living in the past like United living in the past. But it's true. It is. It's true. It's going to be the same conglomerate coming again. 4:30 here in Australia. Wow, you're up early.
Big up, respect. Thanks for that, man. Tuning in. Really, Carl, really appreciate that, mate. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Glazers ain't going to put money into the club. Agreed, Linville. They're just going to keep on taking it out. Don't bite injury prone, Kane. Football, they won't give up. They won't give up just yet. But they hope this will blow over. That's why they must continue.
That's it.
Bill.
I reckon what they'll do, they'll give it this season, see what it's like, let it blow over, and then if it does blow over, they'll stay. But I reckon if it doesn't, someone coming to buy the club, they'll go. Because right now, Newcastle as well, they are still in talks with those guys who want to buy the club. They were also wanted to buy Man United a few years ago, and the Glazers said no to it. I wonder if, because of the pressure the Glazers going to be under, whether or not they'll come now and basically say, yeah, here you go, take it then.
Why are they under pressure? We've hated them for years. The hatred's not going to change. This is what I'm saying. People are saying that they're under pressure to do what? Nothing. They're not under pressure to do nothing. Because as soon as they open up those doors at Old Trafford, it's going to be ram. Whether it's the season ticket holders, this is the same at Arsenal. This is going to be the same at Spurs. This is going to be the same at Anfield. When those stadium doors open, it doesn't have to be season ticket holders going in there. It will still be full because we've got fans. We've got the fans. You understand? It's not
globally,
like
we're still the biggest club in the world, in world football.
There you go. See, so we go to America. We're going to fill out. We go to Australia. We're going to fill out the stadiums. They're not bothered. They're not bothered because they know these people give up their season tickets in protest. You've got another 50, 60,000 on the waiting list who will say, I will take their ticket.
Yeah.
It's a cash cow. Kurt, again, Manchester United in talking to buy Centre Coast Mariners Soccer Club in Australia on Facebook, Optus Sports News. Maybe they're looking
again, Man City's done that, haven't they? Man City's got that as well. They've got a team called something City. Yeah, they've got that as well. So Man United could be looking to go globally as well with that. Could be, but again, it's money again, isn't it? It's money, draining money out for their pockets. That's all they're doing. They're trying to go around the world, get as many football clubs as possible and do the same thing because they're greed, and that's it. But listen, I accept it today, and we should be talking. We're normally a bit more buzzy on this, guys, but unfortunately there is no game on today, so we're not as perky as what we usually are. But if you want to see us tomorrow night, though, Carl, if you get the opportunity to, and click, sorry. Kirk, sorry, I'm saying, Kirk, if you get the opportunity, tune in tomorrow night for Studs Up. We got 8 p.m. UK time, and we've got Saints LFC TV on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. UK time. And I'm pretty certain if you haven't seen Studs Up yet, don't miss it. That's where the fun starts for the week. So, guys, listen.
We're on the wind.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So, okay, before we go now, last one I want to touch on. Graham Souness is adamant, absolutely adamant that obviously from a business point of view, like the Glazer, and I think you said the same thing as well. You're adamant they will not sell. They will not sell because it's a business. It's money. They're just there to take money out of clubs. Arsenal, Liverpool, all these guys are the same. Now, when I was listening to Gary Neville, obviously some Liverpool fans and Mohammed as one, obviously doesn't know what's going on in the bigger picture. He obviously didn't listen to Sky Sports News today when Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville was talking about the owners of Liverpool and what they're trying to do at the moment, but just blaming the Glazers, but not realizing they're up to a bigger picture, but it's not yet to come at Liverpool yet. So be warned, there's a storm coming towards Liverpool. We're dealing with what we're dealing with now at Man United. And like I said, I don't condole what they've done today. I support the fans who was outside, and that's it. Yeah. So, guys, if you're watching, please like, please subscribe. It's not going to be a long show. We're going to literally jump off now because we'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. for Studs Up. So, guys, thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for the
Keep
support.
the comments. Thanks for the support, guys. Thanks for the messages. What's that?
Breezy. Kroenke has said he will sell the club. Breezy, do you know what? Right now, we got bigger things to worry about. If you sell your club, I'm jealous and I'm happy for you. I'll be serious because that means that you guys are happy. But it doesn't change us. It's not going to change us. So you look at bought and sold, great. You know, Linville, salute you too, sir.
Salute, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and thank you guys for all the comments as well. Really appreciate the support there. Yeah. Have a lovely evening and good night.